Posuk Tezvov. He's going to explain the height of the shar right now. The shar is in the pictures, the purple, between the shar Azoda, so this shar, and also in the picture on top with the, so you see the, well, like a 3D, and you have the shar, which is the height of 50 amma, he's going to tell you, plus the ulma shar is also 50 amma. So let's proceed in the Posuk. Valpnei Hashara Isain, under the height of the entrance gate. Isain Lashon, it brings down from Tesis Yom Tov and says Bais, Isain Lashon Asabeka, the way he comes in. So Isain, they're coming in. So, Al Lifnei Ulam Hashar Apnimi, together with the height of their inner hall of the gate, is 50 amma. Remember, Shar Pnimi, because once you go through the Shar, you're going to go into the Ulam. Unlike every other Ulam over here, the Ulam is after you go into the Shar, you're going to go into the Ulam. And that's the height of 50 amma. Rashi. Vapnei Shara Yisain. So Rashi says, Gevei Shalashar Hazeh, the height of this gate, V'hu Karu Shar Yisain. This is called Shar Yisain, the entrance. Because this serves as the entrance and is going out and the exit of to going into the Azorah. They're talking about Azorah Chitzain right now. Next Rashi, Isain. Isain is Targum. The Targum of Isain, Ishalbia is Isain. The Targum of Bia, the coming in, is the Targum of Isain. Rashi, Al Lifnei Ulam Ashar Pnimi, together with the height of the inner hall of the gate. The Rashi Im Goyvoy Shel Ulam Ashar, together with the height of the hall of the Shar, Shul Ufnim Lashar, which is inside the Shar, which means it's further away from the gate. Now, when you go first into the gate, into the Shar, then you go into the Ulam. Nunama. So the height is 50 amma, also 50 amma. So inside the gate, inside the Gavish Ulam, it's all 50 amma. Megeva Sha'ara Sh'onim should be Indian, Shem Nunama. So Rashi says, how do you know it's Nunama that goes on the height? So it says from the Sha'ara Sh'onim, which we're talking about, side from the Shorim Chitzoiner, side from Shorim Chatzapnimi. So you look at each Shah when it says, it says Chamishim Amo Orkoi. It says every place Orkoi, 50 Amo Orkoi, as an example you have in the Shar Hatzofin of the Chatz Chetzena, Posuk Chofalov. It says clearly, it says Chamishim Amo Orkoi. So over there it says Orkoi, which refers to the Goiva. So in our Posuk it doesn't say Orkoi. In our Posuk it says Chamishim Amo. So he says because of the rest of the Sha'arim we find, it says Orkei is 50 Amos Orkei, it refers to the heights over here. It's Anilamid, I learned Shapnei Omer Kanu gave us. I learned from here also that it's the Pnei, what it says over here, is also refers to the height. And this Posuk. Now, in parentheses, he adds something else, and it says Kloimar. He said like this, Mishara Chitzein Geiva Nun Amma, says the outer gate height was 50 amma, yeah? Apnei kol ulam, on the together with the height of the entire ulam is 50 amma. And over here, it's a shara pnimi shel ulam, the inner gate of the ulam. And then he said, when we shara pnimi shel ulam, he says sha'ap is sefer shel ulam, also in the end of the ulam, that is next to the elim, whose shar is also a shar. So you have another shar for the shar that we're talking about, and then we have another shar by the elim. Posuk Zayin, like Posuk Zayin. So the Dak has a question. He says, "I need in the whole account over here, it doesn't speak about Geva Shon. It speaks, and also more than that. And being by Sheni, the Dak brings down there's no shar which is the height of 50 amma. All the Sha'arim in Bais Shenim is the width of 10 and the height of 20, except for the Ulam we say the height is 40. Where is the Dak questions? Where do we find Lashon Eidech in Yonei Geva? What do you find when you say Lashon Eidech? When it says Eidech, it means height. He says Eidech is midas hashetach. The Eidech b'chal is midas hashetach. You have the width and the length. It's midas hashetach. That is Eidech, not the height or the depth. So it brings down the Radak himself brings down ma she'oma bin midas amudim. In Bin Shleima, you find midas in the amudim. In Bin Shleima, you have two also. You have the word Eidech and you have koima. It says in Malachim you find the same. Amudim says koima. The Ayam says Eidech. So you see Eidech is height. So that actually explained already there. And Divyam speaks about how you made when you cast it on the ground. You casted the cast it on the ground the metal. So he says so they have to say the mitzvah shatach, and when it was on the ground, mitzvah shatach, and that was like it said the height over there. When it comes to when you put it up in the Bais Hamikdash and by Srishin, so he tells you how was kaima was the height, but over here it doesn't. Where does it say about even from the height? So the Teisas Yom Tov Bais, he says the Radak, the Editz mitzvah shatach. The Teisas Yom Tov says, I say because the midas hageva was in Shatachadis. What does it mean? He says, we explained in Posuk Gimel, they had a psil pishtim. Nadak explained himself why do you need a psil pishtim. You had a kana, one measurement of kana. So why do you need a psil pishtim? Because in a psil you can measure a greater distance. He says in the psil you can measure the height in one shot, one time. Because if you take the Amida and start measuring the height of the Pesach, you have to have many times. It will be a big tircha, a lot of work into it. So what he did was, he had to take the psil, took the whole measurement of the shar, and then he could take the psil, put it on the ground, and he can measure with a kana how much it was. And being at the measurement of the geva of Shat Chadetz, that we use the kanda after when the psil was laid out on the ground. Therefore, it says B'Shem Eidech. I already had a question to this David explaining this way. Why did you need the psil to put on the ground and then have the kanda measure out the psil? How to know what the height of the shard is? Why doesn't psil have markers? If we have our own tape measures, we have markers how much 1 foot, 12 feet, or 60 feet, whatever it is. So you could have had the same thing on the psil, a marker for each how many amas there is. I would probably if they only is daiti. What he did was in the measurement he laid out the shar on the ground. It was too high. It was too high to start measuring from top to bottom. What he did was he laid out the whole shar on the ground, and there he measured with the psil and know exactly how much it was. So the question of why Eidech is used instead of a geveya, that's how the Tzur Yom Tov answers this. And he says also that that explains from the Gevesh Arashorim. It says over there we see in Posuk by Shar Tzof, and then also Shar Dorim. It says the inner midas Eidech. It says Eidech Hamishim Amba Orke. So we see Orke is Goyva, and over here it doesn't say Eidech. So Rashi says from the midas from the Gevesh Arashorim, I learned that this is also the inner from Goyva. But interesting that the Tzuras Bais brings down over here, Dal Pnei means Gove, and he's saying it's just like a face. A face is the height of a person, so he's saying also Pnei Lashon Geva. Or it could be, he says, Lashon Pinok, Pines HaGvoyes, it brings down the, in Tzfanya, Pines HaGvoyes, Tzfanya, over there, it's also towers, Migdolim, so the height is, Pnei is Lashon height. Also brings that down also.